there's so many great memories, and I think that first and foremost we think about his family and their immediate loss of a father and of a husband, and then you look at this family, the Carolina family, and know that there's great loss here as well. But there's also something very warming about the fact that he had given such preparation and thought in his teachings that there's so many pieces that we think about every single day that keeps him alive inside of us. And we knew that he was in diminished capacity for the last several years, but we also didn't change how we went about our daily duties and how we went about our preparation, and so much of that he instilled in us. So I think that it will be a long celebration of a man who impacted humanity. Coach Smith had a real way about his teachings. They were subtle yet very direct, and I think that he did it in a way that you respected, because he had put so much thought and preparation into his particular assessment of situations, whether it was what he wanted to teach you in a thought for the day, or what he wanted to teach you in a defensive principle for the day. He knew that whether it was an opponent that we were playing in the ACC or the Final Four, or whether he was preparing you to walk out as a graduate of the university, he had instilled a lot of great pieces into you. And so with that great sense of preparation, there was just admiration and respect for Coach Smith.
It's a sad day in my life. It's a day that you know is coming, with all of us that are human beings, but you never prepare for a day like today. But it's also a day of remembering how fortunate I was to have had Coach Smith in my life, not only as a basketball coach, but as a friend. His honesty and the way that he treated people fairly was just something I think all human beings can look up to, and he's just a person that I'm never, ever going to forget. I was very fortunate in junior high and high school to be very close to all of my coaches, and I wanted to continue that in my college career. And I talked with a friend, and they explained to me what that means, that the coach has got to be willing to share with you not only everything that he knows about basketball, but everything that he knows about what will make you a better person. And that's how Coach Smith was, not only on the basketball court. If he thought it would make us better people off the basketball court, he was willing to share that with us. Now, he didn't force it on us. He always allowed us to be men and make our own decisions. And as I said, I was just very blessed to have had him in my life.
I'm devastated, and I'm surprised because, Coach Smith, in some ways, was already gone. And so I felt as though when the day came that I wouldn't feel as bad, but it's worse. Even though that he didn't recognize me over the last 4 or 5 years, I still got to see him. He would come into the office 3 to 4 times a week. So my coach was still there, and now he's not. And so, to talk about Coach Smith in regards to my life, there's not a part of my life that hasn't been influenced by him, by the things that he said, by the things that were taught, by the way that he walked. There's not a decision that I make that is not filtered through, what do I think Coach Smith would do? Would he be okay with that? Would he approve of that? And so it's just a sad day. It's a sad day for the program. It's a sad day for the university. It's a sad day for the state. It's a sad day for college basketball.
Well, Coach Smith meant a lot to everybody, including myself and my teammates, who never had a chance to really interact with him a lot or get the chance to know any basketball from him. But the way he coached Coach Williams as a young assistant, and also just the impact he had on his life, has extended to us. And we just know from hanging out with the former players how important Coach Smith was to us in the basketball program and all the great things that he's done here. The biggest thing Coach Williams has told us about Coach Smith's impact on the Carolina basketball program is the family atmosphere and, you know, players caring about each other and making it really like a brotherhood. And that's something Coach Williams his teams have embraced and carried on from Coach Smith. And also just, you know, when you walk in through our locker room, you see play hard, play smart, play together. And those are things that Coach Smith preached on a daily basis and Coach Williams has tried to instill in us. So those are probably the biggest things that I've learned about Coach Smith through Coach Williams.